Welcome to episode 10 of Am I Going to Get Canceled for This? That's right, your favorite podcast is back. I'm your host, Gwen.
And I'm your host, Lynn.
And this pod is for 18 and up, so for the grown and sexy only. And before we jump right into our ear hustling topics today, we just want to give a little shout out to our girl, Joy. She has been out here listening to us on Spotify. She hit that 5 stars. She left us a little comment. It was real cute and sweet. And we just want to say, Joy, we appreciate you. We love you. And your magic is real. Thanks, girl. So ear hustling, that's where we keep our ears to the street so you don't have to. And this week we are talking about the Alabama boat brawl and how could we not? Now, Black folks got some reparations this weekend because ninjas was outside whooping some white folks' asses out in Montgomery, Alabama. This was literally the fight heard around the world as this video had socials in a chokehold this weekend and will definitely be added to the August calendar of what the fuck happened this year. All began with a pontoon boat that was blocking the dock where a riverboat was trying to park. So footage was captured by several people who were on the ferry, who were on the dock at this point. Footage of the security guard untying a pontoon that was illegally parked along the river. So he started to untie it to move it out of the way. This happened, the owners of the boat came running at the security guard and began attacking him. Now, the security guard was this Black guy, and the owners of the boat were these white men that came up to fight him. So before the fight really took off, the security did what allegedly is the black bat signal, which I was not aware of, and now I guess I'm glad I know. He took off his cap and tossed it into the air, and with that signal, it took about 30 to 45 seconds for one at a time. Black man after Black man came running and descending upon the scene and beginning to help homeboy out, fighting off these folks on the riverfront. Literally escalated so quickly. We had Black folks jumping off of the ferry, people coming in from the water to come up onto land to begin swinging and throwing bows. It was a lot to see. The Black man who jumped from the ferry and swam to the defense of the security guard is now known as Aquaman. You know I'm a big Jason Momoa fan, but this is a different kind of Aquaman. So Black folks was really coming for it this weekend. The memes would not stop. Of memes that I've seen in regards to this riverboat brawl, it's amazing what the internet can do in a short period of time. Lynn, if you are at the dock, are you coming to the support and rescue of this Black man? I mean, women, children,
everyone was
police, everyone came to the defense of this man. And it was really kind of crazy to see, but it really kind of was a moment of reparations for these Black folks out here. They've descended upon the scene.
Your question was, would I come and help them?
Yeah, if you got that signal, first of all, did you know that tossing your in the air is a signal of distress?
No, I thought that was Bobby Shmurda's dance. That's the only person I knew that ever did it was Bobby Shmurda. So it's like
you started hitting that about a week ago.
Yeah,
that's you just started dancing, and everyone else went to
That's
fight.
What I thought. Like I wouldn't know. Like I'd be like, wait. The fact that the boy that actually jumped out and swam was only 16 years old was like the most.
Wait, Aquaman was only 16.
He's only 16. Yeah.
I didn't know. He looked like a grown man coming out there he dove in that water and seamlessly just yanked himself up Little Mermaid style out that water and just came in.
Upper body strength is a necessity when you're a swimmer. So as they're calling him Michael, they called him Michael B. Phelps, which is cute because it's a take on Michael B. Jordan. So
that's cool. A good one, guys. I'm proud of the internet. I appreciate what y'all did. I wouldn't have known if a dude was tossing his hat in the air like that. I would have no idea that was a signal, but now I guess we know for future reference.
Yeah. I mean, if I ever see it, I'm still not jumping in because I need to know the semantics behind that fight. I don't know.
And it was so crazy to see. There's on socials between X, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, there are so many different versions, angles, because there were so many people on the scene. And of course,
filming it.
Everyone had their phone out. This was world star material.
It was the best thing I've seen, to be honest with you, was Black people coming together like that. Like we haven't came together like that since the Million Man March. So it was really beautiful. Secondly, like I was really, really, really tripping when I see this man with the folding chair just hitting everyone.
Girl, like I thought I was watching SummerSlam. I was like, damn, these motherfuckers watching SummerSlam and just like automatically picking up the metal folding chair. I also saw in a meme that a Black person invented the metal folding chair. Nathaniel Alexander, I believe. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. That was hilarious, talking about that's a full circle moment for them to be pulling out that chair. But I mean, the props that came out, the swings that were thrown, it was the best fight I'd seen in a while.
Yeah. And then my favorite part was I saw a meme that had like the Avengers circle, like coming, like when they went to go fight Thanos. It was just Black people jumping. I'm surprised nobody said Wakanda forever. That's what I was waiting for.
I seen it. I saw a couple of Wakanda forever.
No, I mean like fighting. I would have said that. I would have been like, I would have said something like cool. Yeah, I would have said like, who wants to fuck with Hollywood Cole? It also depends on how my hair was and what I was wearing if I would jump into that fight. So if my hair was straight, I'd probably have to fall back, but I would definitely be cheering. But if my hair was in braids, oh yeah, I'd be all up in there.
If you were wearing braids, I would definitely not be up in there wearing braids. I would need my hair to be shellacked, like glued down to my head in a pull, like a little slick bun or something, and some stud earrings in, because you are not catching me with these braids or some hoops in
and they'll pull them
to
out.
Come join a fight. Yes, you are not going to yank me. I'm not going to have Karen yanking me up by my roots. I'm going to keep this hair on my head.
And they were the women, like the white women involved in the brawl were so like aggressive. And I know it's probably weird for me to say a white woman was aggressive, but they were really aggressive.
Going in. But what was hilarious is that like I never condone domestic violence or abuse, and I don't condone men hitting women, except for this motherfucking Karen is stepping out of line. You need to knock that bitch back in place. And these motherfuckers knocked her ass down with the quickness. Like Karen's was really stepping up and forward, thinking that they were going to shut down this brawl, and the exact opposite is what happened.
It was probably the most thing. I mean, I honestly still don't know if it was like the people are calling it a race riot. Like, was it even?
I mean, and it, you know, the thing of it is, it's like you see these folks that were, the security guard was letting the guys know who had parked the platoon there along the riverbank that they were not allowed to park there, that they couldn't do it. It was a place for the boat to be able to pull up and let passengers on and off. And so they clearly did what they weren't supposed to be doing. Mm-hmm. They were, I think, pretty drunk as well, which is what led them to feel like they can do whatever the fuck they feel. But this was just a quick reminder that no. You cannot.
Fuck you around cannot, and find out.
Not. They found out real quick.
Yeah.
And allegedly the folks that were caught up in this, owners of the platoon, they're business owners and allegedly had to permanently close their storefront or their business on Google Maps because everyone was coming in and leaving bad reviews on their business. And so they had to list it as permanently closed just to get folks to stop like coming and commenting, giving low reviews and all of this stuff on their page. So shouts out to Black folks for rallying.
Calling it a race riot. I mean, unless we know there was facts, that it was a race riot. You know what I mean?
Look, they're in Montgomery, Alabama. So I feel like that's all the evidence that you need. I guess you can really just kind of stop there. It really kind of was like a black versus, it seemed like looking on like a black versus white thing, but it was just this black security guard trying to do his job. And then, you know, I appreciate these black men
stepping in,
women and children stepping in to protect our own.
I saw dogs too. I saw some dogs, and I think I saw like 2 fish. So
Michael Vick was there.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, something to see. The writers are still on strike. So again, our entertainment, we're running low here. So we appreciate the ingenuity. Speaking of hostile work environments, we're going to be moving right along to our next ear hustling topic, which is Lizzo. Now, if you guys have ever danced for Lizzo, you may be entitled to a settlement because last week, 3 women came forward with allegations of a hostile work environment and body shaming from the singer. 3 women who previously worked as dancers for Lizzo came forward with a civil suit against the singer for sexual assault, fat shaming, and more.
Wait, how is she fat shaming?
Girl, when I saw that title, that headline, when I was scrolling through socials, I was just like, wait, what? This can't, first of all, I'm like, this can't be true. This can't be real, because I'm like, come on. Like this shit is just, this comedy is just like writing itself, right?
It is. It
but
is.
I'm like,
the irony.
I wish a bitch would. I wish she would have something to say about my body, anybody else's body, whoever.
She has body dysmorphia. I'm 1,000% positive.
No comment on that. I have no comment to that, but I'm just letting y'all know right now. Lizzo's not telling me shit about me. Okay.
Thank you.
She's not telling me shit about me. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yes.
So one of the dancers accused Lizzo's security team of holding her hostage or holding her against her will after being terminated. And they also claimed that they were being forced to attend and sometimes participate in sexually explicit shows. So I have some quotes that are coming from the alleged victims, and it goes like this. They began inviting, this happened at a strip club. Okay. So we all kind of know what's going on at the strip clubs, but here's their take. Began inviting cast members to take turns touching the nude performers, catching dildos from performers' vaginas, and eating bananas protruding from the performers' vaginas. Okay, this is all detailed in the suit. Then turned her attention to Miss Davis and began pressuring Miss Davis to touch the breast of one of the nude women. So these allegations are seemingly coming out of left field because we all know Lizzo for her message of body positivity and self-love and the latest weird food combo trends that are coming from TikTok. So I really feel like that was catching folks off guard and people weren't really trying to believe the story. So folks on the internet were quick to try and hang these allegations out to dry. But after more people started coming forward with stories in support of the victims, the tides began to turn on Lizzo, and it's not really looking good for her. Filmmaker came forward. She was supposed to be doing a documentary for the singer, and she ended up backing out because she noticed that it was a very toxic work environment. She didn't want to be involved in that. Came forward with an apology after all of these allegations came to light. And she said that she is not here to be looked at as a victim, but I also know that I am not the villain that people and media have portrayed me to be these past few days. So the plot is getting thicker than a Snickers. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure who I'm believing on this one. You got Lynn.
Lizzo?
Not looking good.
I don't like Lizzo.
You know, I don't not like her. I feel like I really appreciate her coming out and being in support of women and supporting women to embrace their bodies, different body types. I feel like in a world of Kim Kardashians and the like, Pippins and anyone else that fucking hangs out with the Kardashians, nice and refreshing to have that perspective. I feel like it's so important to have anyone promoting and pushing that message forward because we don't see it enough. It seems so odd that this would be coming from her, but I'm also kind of just not surprised. Oh, this one's a little interesting for me.
Lizzo's not. I would never have looked at Lizzo as a beacon of positivity or body imagery because obviously it's always a ruse. I feel like when we're looking at celebrities for us to love our bodies, that's the problem. And I think that's a huge issue. And I think like we didn't need Lizzo for women to know that they were beautiful. Lizzo always just rubbed me the wrong way. I feel like she just had this air about her that let me kind of know that she was full of shit. And I think when she went ass naked to the Lakers game, solidified everything I believed about her. Once. Yeah. And there were kids there. Like here. There's difference between like looking cute and wanting to be like, you know, forward with your fashion, but that was just overtly disrespectful to people.
And it goes back into that conversation that we were having around the whole Keke Palmer situation of whether or not we feel it's appropriate for, you know, women to be dressing like that. And, you know, of course, for certain, I guess if you're going to a beach, I feel like that feels appropriate. If you're going someplace that's inside somewhere, it just seems like maybe that's not the right, not the right dress code to be following. I definitely wasn't of the tribe of supporting Lizzo on that thong situation. Was that a Lakers game?
Yeah, and then she was twerking.
Yeah.
So it was just
I never liked her, but just please don't do it in a see-through dress with a thong on underneath. We good on that. But interesting to see. We're going to see how this is going to be unfolding. It seems like folks are really, again, we're coming to her defense in the early stages of this, but now the tides have really kind of turned. I'll be interested to see if anyone else is going to be coming to speak in support of Lizzo, but it's kind of been like mum's the word. Folks have actually even been calling out Beyonce while she's on her Renaissance tour because Lizzo's name usually makes it in.
Yeah, in the Queen's remix.
So she's on a roll call of all of these other powerful, strong Black women. And that night, Lizzo's name was not said. So we don't know if she's out of the list or just accidentally, or if this is going to be something that's, Beyonce is going to be mum on moving forward.
Well, I mean, so also
somebody's got to say something.
Yeah. I mean, the Queen's mix, I don't know why Lizzo's name was even on there because she says Britney, Kelly, Sade, Aaliyah.
Britney Spears?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not just Black queens.
Oh, no, she's naming everyone. She names everyone. It's all queens. So it's
all the queens.
It's all the queens. So it's like, I don't know how Lizzo's name made it there.
You are hating on Lizzo big time, girl.
Big emphasis on big, huh?
I have no thoughts. I'm here for Lizzo and I'm here for her message. I hate to see that, this kind of shit gets messy. I do think that industry is just like pretty gross anyway. And so I feel like within this industry, it gets kind of grimy. It's a really not necessarily a safe space. And so I hate to see kind of abusing their power.
Yeah.
And, I can appreciate her wanting to uplift and creating a platform for other women, and being size inclusive, of having her dancers and the people that were there performing on stage with her. I think that that's amazing to see. I appreciate her message and all of that. But when it's fake or phony because you're really a terrible person underneath it all.
And the message is diluted. And that's exactly what happened. Her message, those that actually believed in her message, I think now it's a diluted ruse, because obviously her persona was a ruse. Because how can you be for such female empowerment and you're basically sexually assaulting someone? You're forcing them into do things that they don't want to do.
Yeah.
Doesn't go hand in hand.
Yeah, we kind of just glazed over that. Can we go back to the strip club? Can we go back to the dildos flying out?
That's what I'm saying.
Eating the banana from someone's vagina?
Yeah. Whoa. And forcing someone to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and you have to also put yourself in a dancer's position. Dancers do not make a lucrative amount of money. I have a lot of friends that are actually professional backup dancers that are living paycheck to paycheck. So
wait, you have a lot of friends who are professional backup dancers, but
I do.
You do not have the rhythm.
There's actually a video of me on Instagram with like an ex-Beyonce dancer. Yeah. I don't know if it's still on there, but he's one of my great friends. Yay, love him. So yeah, but there's definitely a video of us dancing. And
were you on beat?
Yeah. He said I'm actually good. I don't know. I think he's saying that because he loves me.
I need to hear that. Yeah.
He loves me tremendously.
I need to hear that from his lips. Okay?
He said it's on the comment, like on the picture. He says, "How look at my great, amazing dancer." So
with the crying emoji and the coffin emoji and the skull emoji.
Look, don't be jealous because you're not dancing with Beyonce backup dancers. Okay, like moi. You're dancing with Lizzo dancers.
Right. Like it looks like I might be on stage with Lizzo and them because it looks like she's gonna need some dancers after this. She might even hire your offbeat ass.
No, I'm with Beyonce. I'm going with the real queen. I'm not going with the faux queen. I'm going with the real queen. But yeah, like I feel like Lizzo. I don't like Lizzo. If you guys haven't noticed, I don't like her.
And we know like it's cool and everything for her to be like a certified freak and for her to be out here into doing those things. And if that's what gets you going, then fantastic, hats off to you. But that power dynamic of Lizzo being your boss and these dancers are out with her at this performance or whatever they're out there for, if your boss is telling you to come up on stage and eat a banana,
what I'm saying.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, that's what I like. Let me circle back to that. That's what I meant.
You better eat that banana like you need potassium, okay?
Yeah.
One bite.
Yeah, they're living paycheck to paycheck and they're in under tremendous amounts of pressure. And then when you, like I said, you have someone like that telling you, do this, otherwise then you're stuck. And she knows that. She knows what they make. She knows the situations that her dancers are in. You're very close with your dancers. So I think this is all exploitation. Bravo, Lizzo. You once again made me dislike you. I didn't know it was possible.
I didn't think it was that hard. I don't think it was that hard for you.
Yeah, I didn't think it was
I think
possible.
that came pretty easily for you. Right. Well, good luck, Lizzo. We'll see if you make it into our canceled or clemency. Canceled today, clemencized tomorrow. So good luck, Lizzo. We're going to see how this unfolds. Again, if you've been a backup dancer for Lizzo, again, you could be entitled to a settlement. So make sure that you hop on that bandwagon and get your story out to the presses fast. And the last thing that we're going to be talking about today, we're hardcore switching gears here. All right. Lynn was a little hesitant on this topic today, but this is something that I felt like I needed to talk about. I needed to get off my chest. And that is Black men and lace fronts, toupees, hair transplants, temporary hair transplants. We're talking about, you guys have all seen it, and this is just not your run-of-the-mill like Beijing, okay? We're not talking about Beijing being added to the scalp to be able to those roots to make it look like you're not going bald in certain areas. Guys have been doing these, what seemingly like lace fronts, and also just like straight up glue to the head, with shaved hair being added on, and with a little bit of manipulation, lots of brushing and getting those waves popping, are going from bald to beautiful in a matter of mere moments. Okay. And so I wanted to talk about this because I think it's so interesting. We've created such a lane for Black women in hair care. And, we've normalized and have made it okay for Black women to be wearing weave, whether that's the hair being braided in or a sew-in, a quick weave, a lace front. But I want to know, it's cool for women to be able to do these things, but is it safe for guys to be doing this as well? Women, how do you feel about this, especially if you wear weave? All right. Lynn and I were both braided up. I'm still holding on to mine. Lynn's moved on with hers. How are you feeling? You add some human hair in from time to time, some synthetic and human hair from time to time. I would like to know how you think about men doing the same.
Yeah. It's such a double-edged sword because guys are like, oh, you should tell me if that's not your real hair. But then it's like,
which I kind of feel like, I feel like I'm kind of with the guys on this one. I don't want to be surprised. I don't want you to be surprised if I'm the man. I hella don't want to be surprised because look at you crazy. Come fuck around and pull your whole scalp off, and I'm gonna reevaluate some things.
It's like I said,
it's a slippery slope. Like, because Black women's hair struggles, this is something that you and I have talked about, Lynn. Our hair will dictate how we move throughout our week. It will dictate whether or not we're going to be working out today. It's going to dictate how hard we're going to be working out. It's going to dictate whether or not we're going swimming on vacation. It's going to affect clothes we're wearing, how we're going to be accessorizing. Like a Black woman experience hair care regimen, it's a whole nother level. And men struggle with not being able to fill in up top. They need a little help. And for a long time, they've just been going bald, and now they have the option. Technology has advanced, and now you no longer just need Beijing. You can get a whole faux hair transplant. I feel like you're a woman out here with this kind of sorcery, and if you're running around out here tricking these men into thinking that you got a full head of this long, luscious hair, like he might have the right to do the same thing to you. I feel like maybe y'all can just take your scalps off together at night and rest and relax, and that could be like the new Black love.
Oh God, putting some ORS glue remover on your scalp. Yeah, I love it.
Using some castor oil to help remove the glue from around the edges, protect them edge pieces. And I was showing Lynn the before and after photos on this. If you haven't seen this, just Google like Black men toupee. Like, this shit's pretty wild. Like, these dudes will straight up fool you. Straight up.
It's cute though.
I mean, the waves are waving. That lineup is hard and crisp. And I mean, look, Steve Harvey did this for years. No one had any idea that Steve Harvey lineup was a toupee.
Yeah, and LeBron's. Or did he just get transplants?
He's got a transplant, but that still is not connecting.
No, it's weird. It's really weird. It's very strange how it's not connecting.
Leave King James alone. Sometimes I wish that he would just bring it home, but leave King James alone. He's done enough. He can.
I mean, you can look criticism and critique
he can play
and love
connect
can
the
all,
dots
yeah,
with
they
his
can all
hairline.
live. They can all live in the same. I love LBJ, but I think his hairline is indicative of someone still living in Cleveland. That's all I'm gonna say.
Don't come for Cleveland like that, okay?
How fast? You're not in Cleveland anymore. You're in Beverly Hills.
That's
show us a hairline
that's some Akron shit right there. Don't
oh, yeah,
blame that on
Akron.
Cleveland. That's some Akron shit. So
that is.
Don't
bring school's that just over. In Cleveland, right?
Don't bring that over to Shaker, Cleveland Heights. Don't.
Oh, hey Shaker. I love a lot of people from Shaker. What up, Shaker Heights?
But you know what? Like, I also feel like men, if you're losing your hair, if you're starting to go bald, that's going to change your dating aspects, right? Like, that's going to change who you have access to be going out on dates. To see the before and afters, you know, where you have that little U. Yeah. When the guys have that little U balding spot around the head, these guys are going from that cul-de-sac to like a full-on high top fade, low cut Caesar with the deep waves. We even have like locks. Like, dudes are getting the Killmonger. Okay.
Oh my God.
Like, it's not a safe space out here. I would be horrified. I feel like, unfortunately, I hate this for myself. I mean, I do and I don't, but like, I couldn't do it. Me personally couldn't do it, but I'm also not out here trying to be Houdini and like fooling folks into like this being me. Like, these inches coming down my back. Braids is as far as I'm going to take it. And yeah, like, if I found out that a dude I was dating had faux locks, I would throw up in my mouth and swallow it back and then throw up in my mouth again because I just swallowed my throw up.
Oh my God.
I couldn't.
Well, for me, my opinion, I like bald guys. I think like the whole Jason Statham look is like the shit. So same with like Denzel and the new Equalizer. Bring bald men back. Let's bring bald, sexy men back. I'm so tired of like.
I feel like they never really left, you know?
Yeah. It's once again another stupid mind trick by society. Bald dudes, y'all are still killing it. I love y'all. I love that Mr. Clean. I love if y'all have that nice, perfect jawline. Hair is not a necessity, it's an accessory. So let's remember that.
Hair on the top of your head is not a necessity.
No.
A beard that connects.
Yes.
Now that's a different story. You can be bald-headed and have a connecting beard and you won. Like, you win. It's fine.
That's
You're totally fine.
It's MJ and I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
That's like life.
There's nothing wrong with going bald. I want to say men embrace that. You know, I don't want to hair shame these men. But I also don't want to see you in a toupee.
No, I just think like we put so much emphasis on hair. Like, I just want you guys to be bald, but don't leave like those 8 strands though. Like, just shave it all off. Just let it all go. They leave like that cul-de-sac.
Be letting the patches.
Yeah, like don't do that.
Don't get lazy. Don't get lazy. You got to hit that with that razor, okay?
Just do
at least twice a week, 2 to 3 times a week. But yeah, I also feel like too, ladies, if you're out here trying to fool these dudes, those 20 inches are coming out of your head. Like, don't be surprised if some dude takes a scalp off at night before y'all go to sleep. Like, if that's how you're out here in these streets, don't be mad when they come for you.
Wait, what do you do? Like, if that is the situation though, like he's like, oh, this isn't my real hair. Like, and he's a great guy. Like, I wouldn't break up with him. I would just be like, okay, you have to like shave it. Like, we're just doing it bald. This is not going to work for me because I know you're going to start using my weave glue and that's going to present problems unless you're going to contribute to the Sally's hair fund. Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like that would be so like, oh my God, like he's with
girl. I would have to see what he would look like bald, but then I also feel like it would just be a no for me. I would try to make it seem like I wasn't breaking up for you for that reason. Right, like, I would find something else. I would find anything else so it wouldn't make me look shallow. Like, but that's a lot to swallow.
So you would break up with, like, even if he was
I would find
like the perfect
reason.
guy.
I wouldn't let that be a reason, but I would find a reason. It depends on how does he look bald. But like, if you're looking good bald, what are you doing that shit for? That's crazy.
Because it's like the constraints, like how like some of us sisters are so caught up thinking
you want to be wet and wavy one day.
Yeah, well, no, like, you know, like Black women predominantly were told growing up to never cut their hair because that was like a sign of beauty. Like, that was an indicative feature of being beautiful. But like, I shaved my head the first chance I got because I said fuck beauty standards. So I just think, I don't know, I want more people to embrace like their natural features because they look a lot better A lot
Yeah,
better.
I want to see a lot of people embracing their natural hair. You look bomb, short hair. You look
Thank
bomb
you.
always, but like
You
short
do
hair,
too.
she be killing the game. She be killing
Thank
the game. No,
you.
I got a haircut when I was in like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing.
No, tell me.
My mom, Jesus, this is going to explain like a lot of things for y'all.
Let's go. We need
First
to
of
hear
all,
it.
my love for Will Smith, because my mom convinced me at like age 12, before like when all I had was nipples on my chest, that
Oh
I
my
would
God.
look like Jada Pinkett Smith if I cut my hair off. And like I was kind of like tomboyish. I didn't like to brush my hair. I wasn't taking care of my hair. So I was just like, oh, I look like
Whatever.
Jada
Yeah.
Pinkett Smith. Like, fuck yeah. It worked
Yeah.
for Will, can work for me.
Yeah.
Oh my God. If I looked like the most handsome young man you've ever seen in your life.
Do
Like when
you
I'm
have
telling
pictures?
you, I want to say that I've burned them all. I'm sure that my mom would
No.
like love to embarrass me by trying to find those. I would go into the women's restroom and women would be mean mugging me
Because they
because they
thought you were a
would think that
boy.
was a little boy.
But now you can do it.
People would come into the elevator and was like, "Oh my goodness, your son is so handsome." And my mom would be like, "Oh, well, thank you so much, but this is actually my daughter." Because I would just look at her like, see what you did? See what you did? I do appreciate the easy breeziness of the short haircut, but damn, like now that I got some titties, maybe it would work for me. But like, I'm so traumatized by that, I don't think I'll ever go back.
I feel like you still will look gorgeous. I have a
I
picture.
appreciate that, but fuck no.
I have a picture and like it's like when I shaved my head, like it was like a number one. And then you know how like
Oh,
yeah, and like my boobs are so massive. Like I think that's what
mm.
saved me because I was
Yeah.
only wearing V-necks. So it looks like I was doing like a full GI Jane thing. And like people were like dudes were like, "Whoa." They were like, "Whoa." I was like, "Thank you."
So careful with that GI Jane reference.
What I love GI Jane.
Will Smith about to come. He
Oh
didn't
God.
like that from Chris Rock, so don't. Just be careful. Just be careful.
Well, you know what? You from South Philly, I'm from New Orleans. Let's run it back.
Mm,
Bring Jada too. Let's
no,
just
I'm
do a
not asking
one.
for that smoke. I'm not asking for that
I'm gonna
smoke.
bring
I'm gonna
my
let y'all
I'll
slide.
bring my sisters. Jada, let's go. Will all three of us.
Before we move on from this hair topic, this is something that really grinds my gears. Black men, if y'all don't fucking stop with the crime scenes on your hairline, on
Oh,
your
with the
beard,
chalk, the white chalk.
girl, y'all are going outside. Y'all are going outside from the
It's
barber shop with a
the
chalk
chalk.
line like a dead body all along your hairline, all around your beard. And it is the most frustrating. Like you'll see dudes on TV shows, and you know how dudes be coming out the barbershop thinking they look so good and stuff. I'm like, bro, can you not see? Like you are deep, dark brown skin. Can you not see that ashy ass line on your cheek and on your forehead? What are y'all thinking? Can y'all please use a little alcohol and wipe that shit down?
Maybe it's like a
It's like a
flag. Like, hey,
highlight.
I just got my hair cut. So, maybe it's like a mating call. Like, you know how male birds are very like
No,
flamboyant and colorful. Maybe that's what they're trying to do with their beards to
girl,
highlight that area.
men, hit us up. Make this make sense for me. I don't know what's going on. This is becoming an epidemic within our community. I'm tired of seeing Black men walking around with this chalk line on their foreheads and on their cheeks. Please stop the insanity and wipe that shit off. And I feel like dudes will be having the nerve, like, oh, yeah, I got a fresh lineup yesterday. Like, so what's the chalk doing there today, bruh?
First off, did you not shower from today to yes? Like, that's another thing. Why is
Like,
that chalk still there?
what is
Wait, you're not
happening?
washing your face?
Girl, it's a whole thing.
Too much for me. I can't process
But
this.
stop acting like you don't see that shit. Like it's literally like bitches be wearing highlighter. This is dude's highlighter.
Oh, it
Stop.
is.
Please
Oh,
stop.
they're just trying to highlight their connecting beards and then their connecting hairlines. Maybe that's like a
That
highlighter.
just
That's
got
what it
glued
is.
on.
Yeah.
That just got glued on today's scalp.
Draw attention here, please. That's probably what they're doing. Let the dudes slide with their chalk, all right? Don't hate on them.
Oh my gosh. And from here, guys, we're going to be heading over to our next segment, your favorite segment, Take My Black Card Back. So, this is where we let you guys know things that may apply to the Black community, but not necessarily to Lynn and myself. Got a glimpse of yours, Lynn, and I caught myself chuckling here. As always, you're going first. What you got for us?
Take my black card back, but I got the vaccine 3 times. I got the first shot, the second, and I got a booster.
So you have superhuman powers. That's
Pretty
why you were
much.
able to communicate with the aliens.
Yes. No, this was pre-aliens, unless it was already ordained for me. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And how are you feeling? Did you have any side effects?
Oh God, I was sick all 3 times, like really, really sick.
Girl, so
really
after the first and second time, you just tripled down.
Well, I just was like, you know what? I'm not getting fucking COVID because I'm trying to like not lose my taste, because that was the one thing I would not be able to stand or live with, is losing my taste. And Michael got COVID. I never got it. He swears I was asymptomatic and I gave it to him. I mean, I never lost my taste.
Girl, yeah. Did you learn nothing from the Tuskegee?
I know that's but you know what? I was like, this is for my ancestors. It was going to be 4, but then I was like, I can't take the 4th booster and get sick.
Right. Like 3 times. Shame on you.
Yeah. It was a very painful experience all 3 times. Very painful.
I fucking imagine. I can imagine. I held out for as long as I could. I got 2. Of
the first, and then the booster.
Yeah. So I had to do it. I had to do it for work. So I was just like, fuck it. I also feel like I got to the point where I was so stir crazy, and like, we didn't even really go anywhere from there, but like, you just wanted to be prepared just to be able to have the option to leave, to go somewhere. I do wish I hadn't done it. I mean, I was okay. I didn't have any like adverse side effects or anything like that, but
yeah,
I don't know. But yeah, that's a good one. We will take your black card back for that. All right. Good job, Lynn.
Y'all can have it.
All right. Take my black card back, but I'm not watching a Tyler Perry movie. I'm not watching a Tyler Perry TV show. I'm not going to watch a fucking commercial that this man is going to direct or produce. I don't want to see any of it. I don't want to know what happened to Medea. I don't want to know what happened to her cousins. I don't need to know what happened to all of them. I can't stand that shit. It blows my mind that people even watch it. It blows my mind. It makes my skin crawl to sit and watch that content. Just literally makes my skin crawl. I'm so happy to see a Black man dominating and doing well within the space of film and television and media entertainment. Bravo, and hats off to him for all he's been able to do. But oh my goodness, that's not for me. That's not my tribe. Sorry, Medea.
I'm trying to think what Medea movie I actually like that I will watch. It's the one with Maya Angelou. I think it's the first one. I mean, I also watch it because Blair Underwood was in there, so I'm a huge Blair Underwood.
You mean fan. That guy from Sex and Sex and
the fact that you didn't know who that was, so like disappointing.
You know that black guy from Sex and the City that dated Miranda, the sports doctor.
He was a Knicks doctor. Yeah, he was the Knicks resident doctor. Yeah. No, I like Tyler Perry. I mean, I don't like that one where it's like Journey Smollett like gets AIDS. That was just really weird for me.
Jesus. Yeah, like I'm just no.
That was just really weird. It's a lot of trauma, and like a lot of like it's like Tubi. Yeah. He makes these those Nigerian, like what are called Nollywood films. That's what I feel like Tyler Perry's movies are, but just for people in America.
Yeah, but then it's just like I don't even want white folks watching that to see
they love
like
it.
Exactly. Like, I don't want white folks watching that to see like, oh, see, look how y'all like, no.
I told you they like chicken.
That's the kind of black behavior. Exactly. See the chicken in the watermelon. I told you. Look at that, Medea, huh?
And look, their husbands are yelling at each other. One is gay. I told you they're like this.
Well, that's a colored I can get behind.
Oh, was that for Colored Girls? Yeah, that for Colored Girls was just traumatizing. And that was him. Every black man in that movie, and I want to stand up for you black men right now because I love you guys. I love you guys. You like our brown sugar droplings, like D'Angelo said. But
droplings.
Yeah. Like God just dropped them here. They're little brown sugar droplings. Same with Middle Eastern men. I guess I have to say that too because I'm like but I think like the way he portrays black men in some movies, I cannot.
The way he portrays black people in movies, I can't.
No, well, like if for Colored Girls, a brief synopsis for you guys. There is Janet Jackson's in it, and her husband is gay, but he's not out. He's an MSM, a man sleeping with men, and he's cheats on Janet and gives Janet AIDS. And he tells Janet that he has relationships with women, but has sex with men. That's him, but he's not gay.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know if he's doing that to highlight this hidden stigma that people think all Black men are secretly gay. I don't know what he's trying to do with that, but I'm not down for that shit. I'm not down for it. Tyler, change
I'm not here
the
for
narrative.
None of it.
No. Or like Black women are always talking like this and we're always upset.
It's too performative. It feels very coonish to me. And I hate that for the Black community.
Oh, yeah. And it's so like the way when I hear like my white coworkers talk about how much they love this Medea movie, I'm like, okay, no wonder I have the dynamic with you that I do. Like, this is what you think we're like. I have a 2-parent household. You know what I mean? Like graduated from college, got married, you know, like we're not all like getting abortions in back alleyways and our mothers don't practice voodoo like fucking Whoopi Goldberg in that movie. Don't watch For Color Girls, guys. Just don't. Okay. Don't.
I feel like you started out going to bat for him, but then you came to my side.
So I get it. But just like there's some movies that he does that's great. Like that show Sisters, I guess, is a good show. But his other shit,
I can't condone any of it. I don't even know.
I feel you. Okay, I agree with you on that. Tyler Perry, calm your shit down, please.
All right. Looks like I'm winning so far. What you got?
I don't eat pork ribs is my number 2. I don't like pork ribs. I don't. But I feel like I'm with a lot of the Black community on that. We are beef rib fans. A lot of Black folks I know were beef ribs. I don't do pork ribs, and that's always what is predominantly served at our barbecues. We went to a Juneteenth barbecue and it was nothing but pork ribs, and I got looked at like I was absolutely outside crazy that I asked for beef ribs. Sorry that I want a bigger rib. Yeah.
You asked though? You saw that they were serving, but you thought they would have 2? I mean, you thought they'd have 2 options.
I was always taught you never know if you don't ask. So I thought it was... I just asked the man at the barbecue with the smoker. I was like, oh, do you by chance? I said, actually, perchance have beef ribs. He was like, I perchance do not, sweetheart. I was like, okay, thank you.
This bitch said, pardon-moi.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
And would you happen to have any Grey Poupon?
He's like, actually. Yeah, I don't like pork ribs. I don't think I'm fully canceled for that. Like I said, I mean, it is predominantly, we always have like baby backs, but I'm not.
I don't know.
I don't like... Oh yeah, you're vegan, so you literally...
I can't really speak to this. I mean, I haven't been...
Faux ribs.
Yeah, no.
Cauliflower
I won't
ribs?
even fucking... No.
Tofu ribs?
No. Yeah, okay.
Watermelon ribs?
But you want to know what? Like, they be making really all of those things exist. And they're quite delicious.
Even the grilled watermelon that supposedly tastes like ham.
They do some crazy shit. Now, LA is cutting edge on these vegan restaurants. I've seen some crazy shit. This restaurant Planta that's on the west side. It's a vegan sushi spot. They've done amazing things with eggplant. Amazing
shit. Okay. So vegans, you know what? Maybe we need vegans to tackle homelessness in LA County, because if they figured out foods like this, then maybe we need them to
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's, you know, maybe they don't always get like the texture right, but the flavor profile, it's there.
That's what I mean.
They're working with something.
They're creative.
They did it with the Beyond Burger and, you know, Impossible Burger. Not that stuff is great for you. Try to, you know, whole foods when you can. Whole healthy foods closest to the source as you can get. But that's your moment of wellness with Gwen. Now, mine, I mean, I'm not hating on you for that. Our Muslim community is going to be with you on that one. Not everyone does the pork. I will say when I didn't go cold turkey on veganism. So pork was one of the first things to go. So I'm not mad at you on that. But like back when I ate meat and back when I had like real live bacon, like, ooh, girl.
Without pork.
Pork bacon, like, damn.
No, anything that a snake cannot penetrate a pig's skin. I'm not gonna.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's how hard and thick their skin is. That's why when you get chicharrones, they're so
crunchy.
Yes, because their skin is like 3 layers. Also, they eat anything you give them, so they're extremely.
They're also like really smart too.
Yeah, they can stay smart out of my tummy.
Super smart. Protect the pigs. Yeah. Okay.
Pigs will turn on you at the first chance. Pigs are not nice. They bite you. They nip at you. Pigs are not nice creatures.
My cousins have a pig for a pet, and she's pretty chill. I gave her some French fries.
Wait,
she's really nice.
Can you put
it's a house pet
as your number 2? Forget what you're about to say. The fact that you have Black cousins that have a fucking pig as a pet. Like, come on, bro. Like that right there.
That really could be my number 2, but it's not. So all right, moving on. Take my black card back, but I'm off that creamy crack. I've been off that creamy crack. I was addicted for many years, but I finally broke out of the chains of adhering to white beauty standards and embraced my natural hair. And, the amount of pain, right? Like, women experience, going through childbirth, periods, all of the things that we go through in life. I feel like there's not quite anything that compares to like the chemical burn of a relaxer sitting on your scalp. I mean, oh my God.
Yeah, I wanted to experience relaxers, but my mom is so like what chemicals. My mom was on chemical stuff like way before it was like, a trend. So she never,
good for her.
Yeah, she never wanted us like putting that stuff in our hair. I did it once on my edges for like when I was running track because my edges were always sweating up, and she was like irate. She was like, never, ever put that stuff in your hair again, ever.
So dangerous. Lynn, you were talking about this last week a little bit with you not using black hair care products.
Because they're trying to kill us, ladies.
They're trying to
kill us, ladies. They're trying to kill us for real.
So bad for you. And look, we talked about the Black woman hair struggle, and it's definitely a real thing. And especially if you're, in school, you're playing sports or just trying to maintain like a regular workout regimen, it's so difficult trying to maintain your hair, especially if you're doing like a blowout or, press, whatever. I was playing sports all throughout high school, middle school. So I always had a relaxer in my hair. That's so nice that your mom wasn't using chemicals. My mom was slapping that shit on me and my sister's head. Like, how you putting it on your head is like moving to the side. We were getting relaxers at like 6 years old up until I was probably in college. I finally stopped.
Oh my gosh. And that's the thing, like even if it says no lie, it still is like, well, A, it's a lie to you. B, but also it's like just the no lie makes it like the sodium in there that is,
I don't know what's in there.
Yeah, it's like sodium diglycolite or something like that. That is just so toxic and nauseous for you to breathe in. And you sit there and they give you these like paper ass gloves. That is not enough to handle a chemical.
Thin ass gloves, girl. No. Your mom would have like bust her fingers through the plastic gloves by the time she just made it to the crown of your head.
Yeah, like relaxers are
smell terrible.
Like eggs.
But that feeling, oh my gosh, that feeling of the smooth ass edges and all of that once you, put out the flames.
But I'm glad that
it on your head.
I'm glad that you said like straying away from white beauty standards, because I think a portion of that's why they became popular in the 60s. But I also think that a lot of women today who are very consciously aware of their blackness use it for manageability. Like, I know there were days when my hair was growing out from the pixie cut phase. I wanted a super max relaxer so bad that I would just be like, oh my God, I would like, Google pictures of what my hair would look like, how straight, how manageable it would be. And then I was like, no, I don't want fibroids.
Girl. And exactly. It's
hard.
So ladies, again, we understand the struggle, but if you can, stay away from that creamy crack. I know it's kind of crazy to me that, and of course, exercise your freedom of choice, but it's crazy to me that people still opt to do that knowing how dangerous and toxic these products are when used.
It's manageability though. That's what I think it is. Like for Black women, we like working out. We like being active. We like our hair blowing through the wind. But sometimes it's hard when you work out, then you go to work and then you're like, shit, I got to redo my edges. I got to redo everything. So I think a relaxer serves as that unfortunate, easy way out. So who knows? Girls,
I'm taking your black card back because you went and you tripled down on that vaccine, but I'm also taking your black card back because you ain't never really had a relaxer. So get the fuck out of here. Lynn is canceled. We don't even need to vote on it this week.
I can't help that my hair is just silky. Like
as she like whips it through the wind, she literally has a Beyonce fan pointed at her right now. So her hair is just blowing as we do this pod.
This is au naturel.
And from there, ladies and gentlemen, we're heading on to our last segment for today, which is canceled and clemency. So every week on our show, we are granting clemency to someone that we think deserves to have a fighting chance back in this world, and also canceling anyone that we think needs to get the fuck up out of here. Lynn, we're going to be starting with you today. Who are we canceling this week?
Okay, as you guys may know, I'm one of the biggest Doja McDoja Cat fans out there. I love Doja as almost as much as I love Beyonce, especially Doja's new song, Attention. If you have not heard, it is the
almost
shit.
As much as Beyonce?
No, I'm lying.
There is no.
Yeah, I'm capping hard. The only person that comes close to Beyonce is Britney. But yeah, I don't. Doja, I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna talk to Doja like a friend because I love Doja. Doja, what the fuck are you doing? For one, telling your fans you don't fucking love them because you don't know them. I get the point. Doja, I get you don't know your fans. I get it. But at the same time, you cannot tell people who gave you this platform. And I'm saying gave because Doja, we have to be real. Without our fans, who are we? You know what I mean? Without people who support you and love you and, push your stuff out there, like, who are you? But Doja, you're getting too spry. Also saying with your new little controversial, wait, I also want to backtrack about something. Doja was technically canceled when she had like neo-Nazi ties on Twitch.
Right. But people forgot about that really quickly.
Right.
But we can definitely take it all the way back there because
okay. I thought she was canceled for that.
But then she's just kind of like uncancelable, maybe.
Because her fucking music is fire. That's why.
She's like, I fucking triple dog dare you to cancel me because you're going to love this new single.
Yeah, and she proved it. It's not like her music's like Sweetie's like fucking crap. I mean, like Doja's music is that. Look, I'm being serious. Sweetie,
Lynn's like coming for y'all.
Sweetie, please just stick to like posting cute Instagram pics and being ring girls. Just stick to that. But Doja, you say first off, you denounce your fans basically. Then you start dating Jay Cyrus, who is her longtime rumored boyfriend. Can't go. Yeah, it's her long time. I don't know. Some are saying like it's a year, some are saying like it's months. Yeah. So it depends on what outlet you're looking at. But we'll just say longtime boyfriend who actually has multiple allegations of assault against him. Yeah, he's from Louisiana, and I hate going down on a fellow Louisianian. No, he's white. Okay. She don't do black. Doja don't do black. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe the neo-Nazi stuff was a telling sign of who she was. Who knows? I guess. But yeah, so she basically is dating Jay Cyrus now, who has been accused on multiple, basically Vine. He got his start from Vine. He's been accused of allegations of rape and sexual assault or everything under the sun. And now that's her main squeeze. And she basically said, fuck y'all for not liking him. She kind of pulled a Taylor Swift on y'all, except Doja's still black. So she doesn't have the skin complexion for the protection, nor does she have Swiftie following. But
I mean, she pretty light skinned.
I mean,
people could act confused.
I mean, now with them
black people would know. Black people would know, but you might get confused a white person or two.
I mean, yeah, and then I don't know. I think the fact that she did this is just really, 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 really hurtful. Like, I didn't think Doja would go this route. Like, as someone who loves her, I love that she's so like freedom of speech, free to be who she wants to be. Free to be this bad bitch, but then she just is making dumb bitch decisions, I guess you want to say.
Yeah. I mean, she definitely marches to the beat of her own drum. She's weird as shit.
I like it though. I think that's what we need in music.
And people love, I feel like that's part of her gimmick. That's like what people love about her. She's weird as shit. She doesn't apologize for it. So it's really interesting. I love that people were like trying to come for her. I'm like, she doesn't give a fuck.
No, not at all.
She's listening to this right now, like, fuck y'all bitches.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And listening to this on mute, like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
no one asked you to like me to begin with.